when you were talking about, that you cannot cross that Lakshman Rekha, because if you do that, then you're left all alone to fight the cases. There are these super cops like KPS Gill and all that who are credited for wiping out terrorism in Punjab, and under whom there were several police officers who obviously did not stick by rules, by law. They did all kinds of things that they had to, probably, or they were given that orders that terrorism has to be wiped out. They did that. There are famous cops also of Mumbai. I don't want to name them, but they were commissioners and things like that. Why is it that for organized crime, that kind of free hand was not given?
Free hand was given. As per law, you do everything. We are now talking about apples and oranges. Terrorism in Punjab or Ulfa or Bodo or LTTE is a different zoner altogether. This organized crime is purely ideology driven. They were ideology driven. Khalistan chahiye, Bodoland chahiye, Tamil Elam chahiye. They were giving life. Even a child without both the arms will hurl a hand grenade with her feet. She will hurl like that. In Jammu and Kashmir or in Tamil Elam, they were ideology driven. They would do anything for anybody.
And here
it is purely money driven. Organized crime is profit.
Okay.
Nothing ideology. So, even today, in this gangsters, Hindus are there working with Dawood Ibrahim, Muslims are working with Chota Rajan gang. Hey,
okay.
There is nothing called ideology. To hai nahi hai.
So when...
And most of these guys working with Dawood and going to other gangs and coming and forming other gangs, joining other gangs, this, multi jumping like a trapeze act from here, there and all that is continuous and constant. The constant in this thing we are talking about is profit and money.
You talked about using tools like tapping phones, intelligence. You've spoken out here.
Tapping phones.
And
yes.
then, things like forensic evidence, which is needed, because when you fight it in courts, you need forensics also. Tell me how systematically policing has improved over the years because of these.
Yeah, about the strategies, I forgot to say that I did go to VSNL and found all these days, the Indian Telegraph Act is 1885. And then since then, they have been tapping telephones of individual foot soldiers, which didn't yield you any advanced intelligence. So one day, out of curiosity, I walked into VSNL and asked the gentleman, can the numbers, the foreign numbers were here because anybody, when they extortion, they would leave a foreign number saying that तुम्हारा boss आया, उसको ये number में बाई को phone करने के लिए बोलो. That was always +91 blah blah blah. Numbers changed. So I was thinking that भाई ऐसा भी हो सकता है क्या? Can we tap these telephones instead of the foot soldier, the origin of the river? So I went and he said, हाँ gateway तो यही है, हम कर सकते हैं. Hamara advanced intelligence without anybody's knowledge or imagination. Those guys on record said this Mumbai police wala ka to haisiyat nahi hai. They can't just do anything. You change your telephone number is there on record. I've heard it in my own ears. So that gave us fantastic advanced intelligence as to who they are going to shoot and who they are going to kill. So our guys were in anticipation, they were there. Multiple people, multiple guns, multiple operations done because of this. That is another strategy. The last strategy is that Brahmastra MCOCA, 1999, a group of people from government and Mr. Puri is no more a DGP and others made a committee and then made a law, borrowed heavily from Canadian laws, US laws and all that. And there was no definition about the organized crime or mafia. Some kind of a definition came in this, and membership was punished, owning property was punished, and so many things happened. As I mentioned in the book, it says, getting a guy into the trap of a MCOC law is very difficult. And once he is caught, getting out is very difficult. I'll give you the example of Mr. Bharat Shah, the film producer and the Geman jewelry, diamond. He was chairman of Diamond Bows in London and here and everywhere. Once in the Chori Chupke case, we caught him talking to Chota Shakil and Dawood Ibrahim. He tried his best. Multiple times he went to Delhi Supreme Court. And this is unconstitutional, that is unconstitutional. All that happened. But ultimately, we won the case.
What was the Chori Chori Chupke Chupke case?
That is all this funding and financing by these people.
Of Bollywood.
So recovery of money, recovery of this. Usko 25 lakh diya tha, 15 lakh diya tha, ye le lo. Salman Khan was questioned by me. And then ultimately in that Chori Chori Chupke case involving gangsters, we got 6 years each for a man called Rizvi, who was a spot boy, earlier became a producer and director, and one more guy with the same kind of name. 6 years punishment, and Bharat Shah got 12 months. But he was spent about 17, 19 months in the custody. So that was fair enough. Now what I'm telling is, this law showed that with any amount of money, 2,500 crores, let us say, was the personal asset of that man, he couldn't get out of that. That's it. Who all the lawyers appeared? I've stood in the court and listened to them. Kapil Sibal by a chartered flight coming there and talking about MCOCA. All the top chaps.
For Bharat Shah.
Bharat Shah.
He appeared for Bharat Shah.
Madam, he could engage anybody. And he engaged everybody. All top lawyers were engaged. Who appeared for me? Lo and behold, two fabulous lady lawyers, my prosecutor. One is Mrs. Vijaya Tahil Ramani. She became Bombay High Court judge and then became Chief Justice of Chennai High Court and came back, retired. The other lady is a fearless lady. In my book, I call her the Iron Lady. It is a box column. You must read that. Rohini Salian. She was unmarried, alone, staying, no fear. She used to hold the books and walk every day from her house to the court. Never took a police car, never took... Oh, they were paid by government a measly figure of 2,000 to 2,500 rupees a day. That too once in a year, twice they will pay, not every time.
As compared to the other five-star
they
lawyers.
were 25 lakhs, madam. Chartered flight.
Chartered.
25 lakhs that time. Now they are charging much more. The rate card is there. So that kind of a tussle. I told you, V.R. Manohar is a doyen in law, legal luminary, free of course.
Namaste, Jai Hind. You're watching ANI podcast with Smita Prakash.
अगर हम उसको मस्जिद कहेंगे तो फिर विवाद होगा.
The issue is टूटा है क्या भारत?
400 पार का मतलब ये है कि संविधान खतरे में है.
क्या हम लोग ये निर्देश देते हैं कि फला को गिरफ्तार करके जेल डाल दें?
वही तो कह रहे हैं सब.
ये बेबुनियाद निराधार आरोप.
सच्चा सुनना चाहो देखो स्मिता प्रकाश ANI. It does not lie.